welcome to today's live tarot reading session. Thank you all for being here. For those watching on replay, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Be really nice for you to join us. Just bring your questions and receive a free reading. And if you do enjoy today's reading, please do consider subscribing. Hey to everyone in the live chat. Hey Jean, Anne, Unicorn, Danny, Izzy, Nettie. If for anyone new here, just pop your like number in the chat and just wait to be called and have your question ready. But let's get started. So hi Jean, I hope you're well. Just pop your question in the chat whenever you're ready. Today's deck, I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck. And for those that haven't already checked it out, please do check out your star sign December readings. They'll all be out, all signs will be out by the end of tomorrow lunchtime UK. Oh, happy Black Friday, Izzy. I forgot about that. Of course, Black Friday. Are people shopping today? Jean, my dear. I know that she sometimes has to work, so she might have trouble getting back. Anne, if you're here, pop your question in the chat as well. And we'll get started. Maybe, oh, here we go, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Anne asks, what can you tell me about Raneel's energy for the month of December? Will he remain in his current distant or cold energy, or is there potential for a shift? Sure thing. Great question, Anne. Let's take a look, Anne. There will be a shift, Anne, because we have the Six of Cups, which is a much gentler and softer energy, okay? Six of Cups is about returning to that state of mind and state of emotional feeling of feeling really kind of nostalgic about this connection, reconnected really to you. I always see this card about connecting to someone where you can, this is when things are good between you. And I feel like that Raneel can be this softer, more vulnerable side of himself. Maybe you can be too. Tell you what resonates with that. And also almost connecting on an inner child level, you know, when you find those connections where you can feel safe to be vulnerable and you can let your guard down, and you can also just play maybe even as well. So yes, I do see a shift, and Three of Pentacles here on the bottom, and as well also speaking about wanting to work together again. Having this Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork, having the same goal in mind, and wanting to work this out, work this through. So this is December energies. It might be worth checking out because I do cover love as well in the December readings, and so that whatever star sign you are, it might be worth checking out the December reading as well for yourself. But yeah, in answer to your question, I do see a shift. So just hold your questions, guys. Naresh, just hold your questions. So just like as always, so for people who are familiar with this, just put your like number. That's all that I need, just so we don't clog up the chat. And then I'll just wait your turn and I'll just call your name and read everyone in order to keep it fair. If you do want a more in-depth reading, check out the pinned comment. I've got 3, 5 and 7 card options, and it's also involves a queue jump. So if you want something more in depth and you want to queue jump, then just consider the pinned comment. Thanks, guys. So Anne says, oh, 3 of Pentacles, that showed up in the last reading. You're very welcome, Anne. Hey, Danny baby. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad that you made it. Hey, Eco. Jean, no worries. Let's go to your question now. I'll just go back. I think it was an energy reading. So Jean asks, Jean, do you want to just pop your question? I don't know if you did. Or energy check-in for the weekend, general. Thanks, Unicorn. Patience is a virtue, absolutely. So, Jean, this is for you. Energy check-in for the weekend. Let's see what's coming. There's a new moon tomorrow as well, guys. So if you want to set any intentions, that's a good time to do it. Spirit, please bring a message through for Jean for this weekend. Oh, nice. The Magician, Major Arcana, Jean. So bring in ideas, intentions into reality, Jean, when we see this. See this woman here, she has this wand. This is as the Magician, drawing from the ether in a way, from the universe, what's in your, I don't know if for those who know Abraham Hicks, what she describes as your vortex, the place that you hold your dreams, your desires. And I always see this card as drawing from your vortex, from your place of desires and dreams, and bringing them into the 3D. So Jean, I feel like the energy is with you to do this. I don't know if you use manifestation, Jean, or to lean into this more as well. But you've got all the tools. You've done all the work. I feel like, Jean, you have the skills and you have the ability, okay? There isn't really more that you can do on that front. Now it's about holding the vision. Oh, let me have a look, Jean, then. Bear with me, because it may have gone through, yeah? Hold up, Jean, let me check. Because I'll pull some more cards there. So hang fire here. Oh, there we go, Jean. Yeah. Awesome. So I'll just pull you. Okay, no problem. Just pop your question in the chat, Jean, now, and we'll go for that. So this is your energy check-in for the weekend, which looks to be good. Setting your intention, manifesting your desires, and leaning into manifestation. I feel like the energy is with you here. Okay. For those who are new here, yeah, like Danny says, I just read everyone in order unless you book a reading, which is a paid reading, and then you'll receive a Q jump. But otherwise, if you would, and for Shrey, I think it is, or Shri, if you would like one card live reading, just pop your like number in the chat, and then I'll just read everyone in order. Jean says, the magician seems like it's talking about my new business. Ah, fantastic. You've started your new business. That's great to know. I'm manifesting the business. Wonderful. And your free card spread. Energy check-in around me in the Aquarius. No contact. Let's do that then. Okay, Jean, let's have a look at this Aquarius's energy. I'm going to look at their energy, guidance for you, and future likely outcomes and future energies, okay? Oh, I'm going to take that. That popped out. Yeah, just refer to the pinned comment at the top of the chat for anyone new here. All the info's there about the process. Thanks, guys. Okay. Oh, their energy. Still in some kind of pain, in a process of healing, Jean. Now, this could be something that's, I know you're in no contact, Jean, so how much that you know about their circumstance at the moment. Obviously, I don't know what's gone down between you two, if this pain and hurt can be directly between you and them and this Aquarius, or it can be about something that's gone on for them personally in their own lives, yeah? And this is a wound. This card often talks about betrayal, some quite a deep hurt here whenever we see the Three of Swords. And this is they're still carrying this, okay? This is still influencing them, Jean, and their actions. So let me know how much you kind of know about this and their pain, but that's what they're presenting with. And obviously this could cause issues, I feel like, or blockage between you and them being able to move forward, because they're still in this needing to heal energy, okay? Now, guidance for you, Two of Swords, is a crossroads energy. This card talks about being in a place of indecision and the difficulties of that, and causing you anxiety, causing you some kind of mental stress, Jean. So if there's indecision for you, maybe with regards to this connection, is what I feel like, and that you're not sure how to move forward with this, if to give it up or if to hold on to this, or to reach out to them to continue to really kind of pursue this, either energetically or actually communicate to them, because Swords is about communication and speaking your truth as well. So the guidance being that for you to really trust your intuition. When we see this card, it's like you need to listen to your gut on this one. Your intuition is telling you how to move forward with this circumstance. So try to tap into that. See how this person is blindfolded? So it's about really, don't look out, don't use logic, don't use your head, but instead you need to go within for the answers on this one, Jean. And the painful bit, I feel like for you, is the indecision. Once you've decided and can commit to kind of go one way or the other and put both feet in, things will get easier for you. So go within, however you do that, if that's just having quiet time alone to reflect, if it's through meditation, prayer, whatever tools that you use, just to ruminate on this and to listen to your intuition and your gut, which will tell you what to do with this. And then the Hierophant, which is a major arcana, this is future energies. The Hierophant is about really taking control of the situation. I feel like this is you shifting into your power once you've made the decision. Be that to move forward or be that to step away. And this will give you your power back in this situation. The Hierophant's about, it's a position of power, almost of leadership, being like a mentor or taking control of the situation. It kind of brings boss energy. And I feel like that whatever you decide, it's almost the ball is in your court in many ways about how to move forward with this. And I feel like once you've made this decision, you'll feel back in control of the situation and can confidently move forward with that. And then it's about the Hierophant's also about doing things by the book, sort of not rushing into things, calling the shots though, and setting the tone. So that's an interesting outcome, interesting future energies, that once you decide, I feel like that the power, that maybe you're feeling powerless in this situation, the power returns to you and you feel back in control of the situation, okay? And then you can confidently move forward in that direction. And like I say, either free yourself from this connection or go in deeper and maybe get more movement on it. But yeah, they're suffering and in some kind of pain about something as well, which is also influencing the situation. But for you, just to recap, go within, find your answer, and then move forward with that. So Shri, so you have just booked a reading. Awesome, no problem. If you just give me one moment. So Nettie, yeah, I've got your like number there, and you just need to put your like number in the chat to be added to the list. So I'll read to you once I've got, like I say, in orders of the like numbers. But Shri, this is for you if you just bear with me. So thank you for your booking, Shri. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So you've booked a 3-card reading, and your question is, so Shri, just let me know, let me know that you're here. This is your reading. And Shri asks, I wanted to know if AA likes me at work romantically. He probably has a girlfriend, I'm not sure. Any insight? Does all the teasing intentional, or is he such a person? So we'll have a look at AA's feelings. I'm not sure, I don't understand the second half of that part, but we can certainly take a look at AA's energy. So again, we'll look at their energy, we'll look at guidance for you within this situation, and then we'll look at future likely outcomes for this connection, okay, Shrey? Oh, interesting, we've just had that card. So they're feeling undecided, Shrey, about this connection. So maybe that's why I believe this is why you're getting mixed messages on this. Like we mentioned here before for Jean, but obviously this is their energy that we're picking up on. This is AA. Some kind of indecision here, I believe, about if to move forward with this connection or not. So who knows what's driving that? We don't know. They could just be ruminating on their feelings about you, and if to make a move on this, you know, if to really kind of put themselves out there. Or there could be other factors, like you say, that we don't know about, we can't see. So they are kind of in their head about this. Again, in order to find the answer, you know, if we could speak to them directly, they need to go within and trust their intuition. But there are feelings there, Shrey, but there is some indecision, which I believe is why you're getting this things aren't clear and you're getting maybe mixed messages. Now, guidance for you. This is interesting. Ten of Swords is about, I don't know if you've had difficulties in the past in relationships, still lingering feelings and emotions maybe about someone else, because Ten of Swords is about experiencing something painful and some challenging times. This could be in romance, Shrey, or this could be in other areas of your life, but it's really, I feel like that you've been through an awful lot here. Whenever we see the Ten of Swords, this person has really been through it. Now the Ten of Swords, though, the silver lining of this card, Shrey, is that the worst is over. So there is some closure of this period for you, and there is a new beginning on the card. So after the 10 comes the Ace. So this could be this connection moving forward for you that could represent an ace. But there is a fresh start on the horizon for you and some kind of new beginning, yeah? So this is hopeful, but Spirit has come through to acknowledge, I think, what you've been through, maybe to give yourself grace and be kind to yourself and give yourself patience as well when entering a new connection maybe and looking into things romantically. And the future, though, we have a King of Cups. So this is your next love interest, Shrey, okay? Now, this King of Cups can be a water sign, or they can have this prominent in their chart. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It could be them. The King of Cups is someone who, so see if you recognize these characteristics, okay? King of Cups is someone who can be quite reserved. They're really quite sensitive by nature. They're empathic. They feel things deeply, and they don't just frivolously really kind of share their thoughts or their feelings. They're quite measured in who they share their space with, who they share their life with. because it's king energy as well, this is really nice to see in a love connection, because it always speaks about a maturity, a level of maturity. So when this person comes through to you in a romantic way, they really mean what they say, their intentions are genuine. And like I say, how they kind of appear is quite reserved, could be quite quiet even, but they, still, the expression still waters run deep. So Shrey, this is the person, the future love interest for you, I believe, definitely. See if it recognizes, if it lines up with this person and their characteristics, or it could be someone different, someone new entirely, or someone, if you recognize this characteristics energetically in your field. So I hope that resonated. I hope that brought you some clarity on that situation. Hey Janavi, nice to see you here. Glad that you could make it. So thank you, Shrey, for that. So we have Unicorn for like 3 next, please, Unicorn. You're welcome, Shrey. If Unicorn is here, if you want to pop your question in the chat. Thank you, Unicorn. And then, yes, and then we have Danny. You can pop your question in the chat now, Danny, if you like. But this is for Unicorn. Unicorn asks, what does the universe and my guides want me to know right now? Sure thing. Spirit, please bring a message through for Unicorn. Oh, wow. This is 3rd reading, and, oh, actually more than 3 readings, but this card is almost coming out in every reading, which is strange. So 2 of Swords, Unicorn. Again, this can be current energies, or it can be coming up for you in the near future, Unicorn. So tell you what resonates, but 2 of Swords is about being at some kinds of crossroads, like we spoke about, being in some kind of indecision, and the angst being for you is that kind of tricky place of when you don't feel certain about what next move to make. And the way to release yourself from this anxiety or this difficult period is to go within, and find out what your intuition is telling you. So let me know if this is something that you feel like you're already dealing with. It can be in a connection, it can, or it can be in any area, okay, like a life path direction. And this card's always about when we can almost get frozen, with because we put so much pressure on ourselves about being scared of making a mistake. And if we decide to go one path, this kind of means that we're locked in, when actually that isn't the case. Like, we can, where the destination that we want to get to is a series of decisions, really, a series of decisions, a series of intentions. And I feel like the universe throws us opportunities and guides us all the time, okay? So has their hand in it as well, the universe. And our job in a way is to allow the universe to guide us and not to interfere too much in that. Absolutely, we can always feel uncertainty, but this card comes through to tell us, particularly when we're faced with a decision, yeah, that brings anxiety and the pressure that can come with that, and getting frozen in a way, analysis paralysis. So when this comes up, if you feel like you're already in that, faced with that decision, or like I say, it can come through in the near future for you, the answer and the solution to this is to just go within. Don't look outside for answers or even to other people. It's your instinct and your gut intuition that will guide you, and quieting the voices to enough, the sort of interfering voices of the negative narrative sometimes that creeps in, calming that down enough in order to hear our intuition. Thank you, Janavi, so much for that list. Danny asks, hi, I'm currently talking to a male Pisces named Lance. I would like to know, will I take that? I won't. I would like to know, does he want a monogamous relationship with me? Let's have a look at his intentions, Danny, now. The energy doesn't want to come through. So, Danny, their energy, 10 of Wands. This, I do see that they want something real and genuine here with you, Danny, because 10 of Wands is about kind of being sick and tired of how things have gone in the past for them. And they've worked hard, I think, on themselves, maybe relationships that they've had in the past that they've put efforts in, and it feels like it hasn't really, they haven't got much to show for it, is what I feel like. And what comes after the 10 is an ace. So this represents a fresh start, a new beginning. And really what I'm hearing is like wanting to do things differently. 10 of Wands can often bring a feeling of being burnt out, but definitely feeling ready for a change is what I pick up from them, Danny. So a fresh start with you, a fresh start in a connection, wanting to do things differently from what they've done in the past. But they may come to you and arrive to you initially when you first are, you obviously maybe in the new stages of the connection, that they're feeling a bit burnt out and world weary. So just allow them to give them space to either take this slow or to really to take it slow and to find out, what's gone on maybe for them, so they have some chance to kind of take a breath and to heal, so that you can, I feel like, move together confidently and set the tone right for this connection, Danny. Okay, but I do see that they've kind of had enough, of what of how they've done things in the past. They want to do things differently. So this is serious to them, that I'm not getting like frivolous kind of in and out kind of energy. I feel like that this is a big deal for them to enter. If they're going to enter into a connection, then this will be important to them, and they'll come with a genuine energy, which has partly been influenced by the past and things not working out how they'd hoped. So I hope that resonated for you, Danny. Thanks for your question. So guys, thank you so much for being here. If anyone wants a more in-depth reading and Q jump, just check out the pinned comment at the very top of the chat. And if you're new here, like I say, if you would like to consider subscribing, just so you'll be notified when I do go live, which is every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Danny says, yes, from our conversations, he has had failed attempts at relationships. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. He's still hopeful, but kind of a bit world weary, Danny. So back to the list. Izzy, my dear, if you're here, if you want to pop your question, and we have Divyansha, Mishra, you can pop your question in too. So I'll just give them a minute. They might be typing out their questions. So we've got Izzy and Divyansha. And for those interested as well, all the signs for December readings will all be out by midday UK time tomorrow. But check yours out. Yours may already be up, depending on your star sign. Sorry, Jean. Yeah, I know it did sound like that. I was done then. I didn't mean to sound like I was wrapping up. Okay, so I don't think Izzy or Divyansha are here. So Eco7 and Naresh. Has everyone left? Eco7, Naresh, are you here? Danny baby? Oh, here we go. Okay, Divyansha asks, Arjun's feelings for me and my next and any next actions. Okay, their actions. Let's have a look. Hey Amanda, just pop your like number in the chat and you'll be added to the list for your free reading. So Divyansha, I'm doing your reading now. No, this is for Mishra, Naresh. Okay, so Mishra asks Arjun's feelings for me. Five of Swords. This is quite a disruptive energy. Divyansha. This is, so something's going on with them. Let me know if it's between you, or this can be energy that's going on for them just personally outside of your connection, okay? Because Five of Swords is about arguments, it's about disagreements, and I feel like that this is what's taking up Arjun's energy at the moment. It could be stalling your connection because he is distracted by whatever this drama is going on, okay? Some kind of betrayal, some harsh words have been spoken, disagreements. Something is breaking down, so this could be a past a connection that they have with someone else. I don't know if you're aware of that, or if it can be over, but they're still in communication, still having some kind of arguments, and it's like those final stages of closure is what I'm feeling and kind of picking up on. So this needs to cycle out first, okay, Divyansha, before any new connection or any this connection with you can move forward, because this currently is what's taking up their energy. Fights, disagreements with others, and this is some drama is going down. So allow this to give it some time, give it some space, and then it's your connection that energetically the time and space will be there for you to then move forward. So I hope that resonates. Guys, I will be back in one moment. If you just give me 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm back. For those that you don't know, I've got cats who like to fight. So I'm really sorry for that interruption. Thank you, Janavi, so much for the updated list. And we have Izzy asks, so Izzy, if you just want to give me a shout that you're here, and your question is, will there be reconciliation between the Aries and I? Oh, do you have one cat, Jean? A lot easier. I have 4, and it's just not a good idea. 2 of them just turned up on my doorstep, so it wasn't intentional. 2 were by choice, 2 were not. And apart from one of them who's very well behaved, the others all are drama queens. Okay, Izzy, are you here, my dear? Thanks for your patience. So Izzy asks, will there be reconciliation between the Aries and I? Thanks, Izzy. So at the moment, Izzy, this Seven of Swords is about, it's really about not being in the state of mind or ready yet to face the issues or whatever went down that brought you into a place of separation. Someone is still just is being avoidant. Take what resonates, Izzy, if this is you or if this is your Aries. But we see this woman here, it doesn't matter, okay, it's genderless, as in it can be either of you, it doesn't matter. Male, female, yeah. But this person is, like we see here, trying to sneak away with these 5 swords. And really this is just an avoidant behavior. It's not being, it doesn't mean that this can't change, but at the moment they're not in that place where they're ready to admit any wrongdoings or really face this head on. They may be open to, if you are, just sidestepping this and kind of pretending that everything is okay, but I feel like that really that just would be kicking the can further down the road about any troubles that led to that led to the separation. So really there is a conversation of truth and honesty that needs to happen if you're going to be able to move on. So any energies are always changing. What you can do in the meantime is move into your Empress energy. This is about focusing on your self-worth, getting back in touch with if your confidence has taken a knock, building that back up, understanding that you are the Empress and everything that you have to bring to the table. Okay, you've got a lot to offer here, Izzy. So try to get back in touch with your inner power and your personal power, and working on that side of things. I think they will come back through. Knight of Pentacles, this is a better energy. This is them coming back through, but at the minute they're still stuck in this Seven of Swords energy. So just really, they need to come to you, I feel like. So give them space, just give them time to work this out, work this through until they can kind of get real and get honest with themselves a bit more and come forward with you with something genuine. Thank you, Ivo. Yeah, please subscribe and share if you can, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're enjoying today's reading. So next we have, so Devansh, I've read for you. I don't think Eco 7's here. Hey Sav, I'm good, thanks. I hope you're well. Naresh, this is for you, Naresh, if you want to give me a shout. Thanks for your patience. Oh, hey Eco, awesome, you are here. Eco asks, would like to ask the divine, would my husband get a new job offer soon? So I don't do yes no questions, Eco, but I can certainly look at the energy surrounding this. This will give us insight and guidance. Thanks, Janavi, so much. Naresh, just pop your question in the chat and you'll be next after Eco. Spirit, please tell us about Eco's husband and regarding a new job offer soon. Naresh, you know you hold your questions until you're called. You know this. But yes, again. Okay, I'm going to take this one, flew out, Eco. King of Wands. This is forward movement. This is action. There is going to be some opportunity here, Eco 7. I feel like it's going to be, there's some contemplation going to have to happen. There will be an offer. There might be a few questions around it. About if it's kind of what they want, I think. The King of Wands is like a very determined energy. Someone who knows their worth, yeah. Here, this is the kind of vibes that I'm picking up on this King of Wands. They've got a lot to offer. They are, King of Wands are natural born leaders. They have the power to inspire others. So you probably know this Eco 7 about them already. I don't know if they're already leading a team or in some kind of position of power, as in, say, a management, etc. So I feel like there will be movement and action, just with this being the element of fire as well. So there's a lot, there's a lot of interest and opportunity surrounding him. But I feel like which is great to have this opportunity, and he's just going to have to think quite carefully about if this kind of matches his energy, matches what he wants, almost as if like, is the job good enough for him? Okay, and then maybe if it's possible, he may have to go in and kind of renegotiate some of the terms, yeah, and the details of it all, Eco. But again, the energy I feel like is that the ball will be in his court, so opportunity is on its way to him. He will be in a position of power to kind of make a choice. He's not in a chasing energy, he's very in a place of attracting energy. And really the question being just, is this opportunity good enough for him? Is it time to pounce and take action, or is he better to stay where he is or wait for a better option? Okay. So interesting energy, opportunity, but maybe not like a straight path. And maybe don't be afraid to go back in and try to renegotiate if that's possible. So Naresh, yeah, this is for you now. If you've got your question. I'm glad that resonates, Eco. I always feel like your messages come through very strong to you, so you must be very receptive. Naresh, your question whenever you're ready. And then we have Danny Baby, if you're still here. Okay, Naresh, this is for you. Naresh asks about his ex, current feelings regarding you. This is her walking away from something, Naresh, that is no longer emotionally fulfilling. Can you tell us a bit more about, obviously just share whatever you feel comfortable with, Naresh, but why things broke down? Because what I'm trying to pick up on is, so if this is her feelings towards you now, obviously about maybe how when she does think of you, what feelings are around that. So maybe something about this connection, Naresh, for her was not emotionally fulfilling. Because this is someone going on a journey, yeah, and breaking away from a situation in order, because they still had some soul searching to do, Naresh. They were still, this is what I feel like, she was still discovering herself and on her own journey, and maybe wanted to strike out on her own for a bit, have some independence. Just, I'm getting this vibes from this, sort of with this backpack and sort of seeking adventure. So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting, is that, yeah, but with regards to sort of particularly your connection with her. So what happened, because this is what I'm seeing maybe brought on why things didn't work out for you. So obviously divine timing being a factor, but also that I'm seeing and I'm picking up on that at this time she needed to go into a different direction, yeah? And where she was at, either with you in the connection or where she was at there in her life. Yeah, Janavi, exactly. Really, why things ended, why did you break up? This is the energy that I get from her, Naresh, anyway, that something in your connection of what I'm reading, what I'm picking up on, of why things broke down at that time, and maybe how she thinks of you now as well since that breakup, is that she that emotionally wasn't fulfilled. And the Wheel of Fortune is like a change of direction, again about a shift, which I think ties in for this. The Wheel of Fortune is about she suddenly avoided me. So Naresh says, we proposed each other, wow, okay, in 2008 when we were in school, but suddenly avoided me. So this would tie in, Naresh, with this card. This Wheel of Fortune being that sudden change, that sudden shift of energy and sudden shift of direction. And the reason why she left, like I say, is because her circumstances, so it doesn't have to just be with you, but it was part, this connection was part of it, and what was going on for her in her life was that she needed to strike out on her own and look for emotional fulfillment elsewhere and go on a kind of adventure of sorts, a soul journey to find herself more. Timing often so much is about, you know, connections, like timing about where we're at in our lives plays such a factor, I think, in connection, that you can meet someone where you have a strong connection with them, but you're at very different points in your life, and that like practically what's going on in your lives plays so much of a part in if a connection can last. It's not always just, you know, we often think that, I think there's so much on just if the feeling is there, then it should work out. But the practical side of it has such influence too. So Naresh, if you want something more in depth, you would need to, you can always book a more in-depth reading in the pinned comment. This is just one card, so there's only one question and so much that we can cover with that, okay? So Danny, this is, I'm glad you're still here. Just pop your question in the chat. Danny agrees, yeah. One card message from Spirit asks Danny, just a general energy update. Thanks, Janavi, for the list. High Priestess, this is you, Danny. Working away, working hard. Moving into, look how she's kind of like a businesswoman as well. And the High Priestess is about using your intuitive side very much for guiding you in your business, I think, Danny. So I think that you have a very strong sixth sense or a connection to otherworldly energies, being able to read people's energy, being able to, the High Priestess is really a master at being able to see into the unknown. So going beyond the 3D and surface energy, yeah, of like, say, how, an example, if someone, you know, you meet someone new, they kind of say all the right things, but there's something that is just off about them, and you pick up on that straight away, that there seems to be some dishonesty here or something like that. So that kind of energy, yeah, being able to see on a deeper level, being able to see beyond kind of the illusion often that the 3D presents to us. The High Priestess goes deeper. So this is a quality of yours that you have developed over time and that you carry with you. This is about financial opportunity as well, with the Page of Pentacles, financial growing in this area, getting progress and more movement in finances, and this feels very connected to your business. And Spirit is coming through to continue to lean into so Danny says, I have to trust my intuition more. Absolutely, Danny, you really do. And even with your business, maybe when it comes to your business, because we often think, oh, we have to be so logical and so analytical sometimes and do the right thing and be business minded, whatever that means. To, you know, that's often what we think we have to be, where actually your intuition, extend that intuition that you have into this area too, and you'll see good results. You'll see financial results by giving energy to what you're drawn to rather than what you think you should do. That kind of vibe, yeah. It will guide you. It won't let you down, Danny, if you can lean into that more. So don't think that you can't. In a way, it's as well about sort of being able to be yourself, even in your business, not having to think that you have to be someone different than what you are in the rest of your life when you're in sort of business mode, if that makes sense. Jean says, thank you for the sign readings. You're very welcome. Cancer Sun, Jean. I hope it resonated. Yeah, if anyone else wants to check out their readings as well, your big three, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. We have Natty next, if you're still here, my dear Natty. Thank you, Janavi. We've got Natty, and then we've got Cameo. If either of you are here, let's give me a shout, guys. Hey, Nettie. Sorry, not Natty, Nettie. Just pop your question in the chat, Nettie. And you're welcome, Danny. And Ivo, yeah, the big three. So it's just like a thing what people call, so which some people view as your most prominent placements in your astrological chart. So your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant. And some say that that's, yeah, like the most prominent placements. I don't know if you know what yours are, Ivo. Taurus Sun, I think, from I Got Your Message. Hey Cameo, yeah, pop yours. So Nettie, I think you're maybe typing, pop your question in the chat, and Cameo, you can too, and I'll just, so we can keep things moving. Nettie asks, we spoke on the phone with Nicholas 2 weeks ago. He seemed keen to meet. Was he being sincere? Let's check that out. Spirit, please bring through Nicholas's intentions. Oh, yes, in a word. Nettie, we've got the 10 of Cups. This is really nice energy. 10 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, and I feel like that you have come into this person's energy field and they recognize that there is potential here. So it is sincere, it is genuine. 10 of Cups is about really a higher level of commitment as well. We see here sort of like a family, represented by a family, but whatever your sort of dream connection looks like in a way. And I feel like that they sense this powerful potential for a very powerful connection. Obviously, I don't know how long you've been speaking or if you've met, but with the question of if their energy was sincere, very much so when I get this card. They feel that connection with you, they feel that potential with you, and this has there's opportunity here for a lot of emotional fulfillment between you both. So I would certainly pursue this and follow this, Nettie, and go with this energy. It's very clear, really. A very clear message that comes with this. As you can see, there's a lot of joy and happiness in this card. So go with it. The cups is the element of water. Allow things to unfold naturally, to go with the flow, and kind of slowly work towards this deepening of a connection here and see where this leads. But definitely their intentions feel genuine and feels real, Nettie. So I hope that's what you wanted to hear. Very positive message. Hey Shan, thanks for being here. Cameo asks, what is this guy's current energy towards me? If he's someone else too. Do you mean if he's with someone else too, Cameo? Is this guy, because I know you're in a connection, we got a good read on that. Is this someone different? Is that them? Just tell me a little bit more. The more guys as well that you can tell me about your question, about your circumstance, the more detail you can give me, the better reading ultimately that you can get. The more vague, in many ways, the more vague answers that you may get. Because we've got a very good read on them. Last time Cameo was let's see where they're at now. Ooh, that jumped out. Ten of Swords. So Cameo, Some kind of hurt and betrayal has gone on here. Do you feel let down by them in some ways? Has something shifted? The same current relationship I'm in, he's been involved with someone else too. So you found that out? That... Oh no, you're asking if he's been involved with someone else too. Bit more on this Ten of Swords, please. Right, couple of things here, Cameo, could be okay. Have you had this happen in your... Have you had this happen in your past that you've, say, someone's betrayed you or been cheated on? Because what I'm kind of feeling like is this stems from something from the past. This feels like your energy. I'm not getting from him this a disingenuous energy, or I feel like this is more rooted in some kind of insecurity on your side, Cameo. And this can be from past hurts, past pains that are maybe influencing you, which is totally understandable if that's what's happened, okay? Yeah, so I feel like you're still carrying that pain with you from that. And, you know, when this does happen to us, when we experience a betrayal like this, someone cheating on us or someone lying to us, you know, it cuts deep and it can stay with us. This looks pretty brutal, what went down there, Cameo. So I believe that this is actually about that for you and not about this current situation, this current person. Because what came through as well for clarification was the Magician, which is about really tuning out those self-doubts and holding on to the vision, that how you know, in a kind of manifestation line of thinking about holding the vision and not allowing that past really to really influence you. Yeah, he disrespected you. So I feel like that's what's come up. As we connect, you know, you're in a new connection, you care about this person, you want it to work out, all that good stuff, yeah. And it's cropping up that past betrayal, and or you're almost waiting for that other shoe to drop with this connection too. So try to manage your anxiety as best you can. I do see that this is coming from you in your past rather than with this person. See, if we called him and he doesn't answer, I feel more like it's just that he's busy. This is, you know, he's not someone who you know, kind of operates in a different way. Maybe they're not the best at getting back, or that they've just got their own thing going on, they're focused on that. So I wouldn't read too much into that, Cameo. That's what I'm feeling, and I'm feeling more like it's past hurt and pain that has got this shadow of insecurity and doubt over you. Try to hold on to this Magician energy about that it's going to work out, and tuning out self-doubt. Yeah, stay focused, exactly. You know, I feel like you know what to do. Hey Janavi, so Janavi's just booked a reading. Let me just check. Thank you for your booking, Janavi. I'm just going to see if you put your question, in the PayPal. Okay, I'm going to close the list now as well. So everyone who has put their question in the chat, I will read for you. I'm just going to say no more questions now. Right, thanks, Janavi. I'll just read your question, then I'll come back to you. Okay, I've read your question. So let's see what messages come through for Janavi now. Okay. So we start off with the Two of Wands, Janavi, which is someone like we see looking out into the future. And wands can often be about our ambitions and action orientated, sort of getting out in the world, yeah? So I'm wondering when, the reasons obviously of why the connection didn't work out at the time, that this was already in his mind, that he was already sort of on this train of thought. And this was partly why he held back, and maybe why he didn't express or kind of communicate and celebrate the connection that you had, and maybe didn't want to feed into that because he already had a thought sort of process, that the wheels had already started turning on this of his intentions about relocation, about visa. Let me know if that timeline wise, if that makes sense, if that adds up. There's always interesting, there's this Five of Cups, which is about loss, disappointment, why the Five of Cups? Because why these two cards make sense to me. There's that, and then we have the World, and that is about, changing his world, I feel like, again. Probably I would have had some comfort in that acknowledgement. Exactly, it would have kind of deepened the connection, and it would have cemented it more, grounded the connection. But this, the world again is like new cycles beginning. And this was already on the cards for him. So maybe there was always part of him that was holding back, I feel like, and didn't want to, in a way, didn't want to like reassure you, which is obviously painful and hurtful really in its essence, because it probably would have been wiser really just to acknowledge the connection, yeah, because it was happening and it was real. But in his mind, he felt like it was the wiser decision not to do that, because of this the move, the change was already coming, this shift, the world, the new cycle was on its way. But Spirit, why the Five of Cups? This is unclear to me as why, because this is about loss and disappointment, being sort of fixated on what might come to mind is like not giving it a part of him, not giving it a chance, like almost focus. It's almost like it's lost before it began, instead of focusing on the potential here. The Two of Cups, Five of Cups is kind of like being in a defeated energy really. And needing to pull yourself out of that and actually look at what the potential, and how, could you work something out, you could have worked together on this. But instead there's kind of like a throw, like giving up on something before it's even began. Did he express that at all to you? Or maybe it was just through his withholding that he expressed this. Spirit, tell me more about the Five of Cups. Hey Aqua, I hope you're well. Janavi says, right, in his mind, he just accepted defeat before even trying. Exactly. That's what came through with this. This person, always with the Five of Cups, fixating on the loss, on the disappointment, instead of the potential. And with this message from Spirit comes, don't ruminate, don't sink into this loss. You need to pull yourself up and out of this. It's almost like the easy option to do this. But I'm going to ask for more on one more on the Five of Cups. Oh, there we go, yeah. Kept saying wish things were different, wish we were in the same city, wish we'd met before, yeah. Defeatist. So I suppose it has given us an answer in that. Tell us about the Five of Cups. We have the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands. So yeah, just driven by the Page of Wands is when you're sort of really assessing a situation. You're looking at it, you're figuring it out, you're being quite analytical. But with it being Wands, it's more about what action, it's influencing what actions you're going to take. And I really think this stopped him from the very beginning. Really stopping him making further action towards this, and making steps that he could have, because he was already distracted, already thinking, and maybe like the things that you mentioned, Janavi, wishing things were different, wishing things were different and in the same city, rather than thinking of solutions, thinking of them just defeated by the blocks that were in place. And instead he was focusing on already thinking about leaving with his visa, going in a different direction that way. So really this is what stopped him, in answer to your question, stopped him from really acknowledging the connection, he probably didn't even really wasn't able for these reasons as well to acknowledge it to himself. And by acknowledging it to you, that would have meant looking at the Two of Cups. And then the World is the change that happened, was the new cycle that began, which you kind of got the ball rolling and committed to right back here in the beginning. So I hope that offered you clarity. I think that Five of Cups being at the centre really tells us where he was at, and something maybe about his character as well. Sometimes I have picked up on that many times as well, about like a low mood or a dark cloud over him. Janavi says, makes sense without acknowledgement. I felt, yeah, absolutely. It's very, it's very dishonorable, I think, to not to leave someone with those feelings, like you say, to leave it one-sided, even if you're not going to take action on the emotions and on the connection, but to kind of deny the connection can be very damaging. And like you say, leave you feeling gaslighted and leave those emotions just with you on your own to deal with, rather being able to express, say, look, this connection is real and it's deep, but maybe even for XYZ, we can't pursue this. Or even about, could he have shared his plans with you and you could have been part of that? You know, it's like he did keep you out, Janavi. Which is another question, I guess, as to why. But there is something about his nature that I have picked up on, about him being sinking into dark moods and maybe defeatist kind of energy as well, yeah? Hey, Tia, I've actually came on a bit earlier today at 12, so the list is now closed. But I will be back on Monday, so I'm going to go back to the list now, the people who... Janavi says, exactly, that is what I was expected. I would have understood exactly. It's just about being, you know, being in on the truth, being in on the situation. Then we can deal in a way with whatever outcome comes from that. But being kept in the dark leaves us feeling betrayed. Yeah, so guys, for who I'm going to read to now, we've got Amanda next. If you want to pop your question in the chat, thank you for your patience. We have Sab, if you're still here, and then we have Preeta or Pritta last. But please do check out your December readings. For anyone, you know, check out your star sign December readings. If everyone's interested, I cover career, finance, love, all topics. Amanda, what is your question? You can all put your questions in the chat if you want now, because there been 3 final readings here. So we've got Priya. Sorry, Priya. So Amanda asks, what's Derek's... Just put the full question in, Amanda. Thanks, Sab. So Amanda asks, what's Derek's current feelings about me, and does he love me or Mikkel? So I don't do yes no questions, Amanda, but I'm an energy reader, so I can look at Derek's energy and his feelings towards you, and this will give us insight and guidance. Spirit, please bring through Derek's feelings for Amanda. Three of Pentacles, Amanda. So this is, I do want to say, okay, just because it's a 3, Amanda, that, you know, this card can read different every time, but I do feel like this, there is, when you speak of Mikkel, that this can represent like a 3-party situation. So that is a factor, okay, but there's kind of contradicting energies in this, in that 3 of Pentacles is really wanting to work it out and wanting to work it through with you. So if you're open to that, and I feel like that really that their intentions and their feelings do lie with you, there is third party energy kind of interfering here and is part of the picture, but ultimately their feelings or their loyalty, whatever you want to describe it as, their intentions really lie with you. And this is going to manifest as well in this Ace of Wands, which is about a new beginning of sorts and an offering, an invitation. Ace of Wands is all about our heart's desires and our passions, Amanda. And I feel like ultimately this is what will come out of this situation. And that if you want to be with Derek, if you feel drawn to still be in this connection with them, that the ball will be in your court and this opportunity will come towards you and this fresh start will come towards you. So yeah, this other person, which maybe you're already aware of, it sounds like that you are, and it has been a factor and maybe still is energetically in your field, but ultimately their, like I say, their intentions and their loyalty really lies with you. And 3 of Pentacles is about teamwork, so wanting to work it out and wanting to work it through. So I hope that offered you some clarity in that situation, and you can expect this new beginning to happen for you. Kind of like a clean slate. He goes with his heart's desires where his heart lies with you. Thanks, Janavi. Yeah, if you enjoy these live readings, please do consider subscribing. And so Sab asks, Sab, this is for you. Thanks for your patience. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Yeah, to everyone as well. Can I please ask, says Sab, what blessings are coming towards me this year end? Blessings. And we have the major arcana of the devil, Sab. So This is quite an intense card, Sab. I always feel like that you get quite intense messages, Sab. So this is about the blessing being is that you're actually able to free yourself from toxic connections, toxic behaviors, something that you've been struggling with and that you've been battling with. So tell you what resonates here, Sab, if it's a person, like it can be a relationship, or it can be a situation like a work situation, or it can be a habit that you find yourself going around in a cycle. You know, we've all done it in times of our lives, that we have tendencies like to repeat behaviors that we know aren't good for us, but for whatever reason we can't stop, and it can be some kind of form of self-harm even. But your blessing being, Sab, that finally by kind of year's end, you are able to free yourself. And this is a big deal, okay, Sab? This is a huge blessing, really, because it frees up energy for you to begin to align with energies that are positive for you, with people that align, that are good for you, and frees up energy that is no longer given to this negative situation, this negative habit. It's like being able to throw off some chains. So tell you what resonates with that, when you know, when I say free yourself from these chains, what rises up in you? There is your answer of what you're able to release by year's end, Sab. Hey Ria or Raya, thank you so much for subscribing. Yes, please do catch me on Monday. I hope to see you there. In the meantime, if you want to check out your star sign December reading as well, that can give you some insights. But finally, we have Priya. Priya asks, what is going on between... Priya asks, what is going on between Yash and Indu? Spirit, what is going on between Yash and Indu? There are some emotions going on here. Queen of Cups is about some quite deep emotions, feelings here happening. Page of Wands tells me that they haven't acted on this yet. They're still in a place of assessing the situation, of how to move forward. So they're having these feelings. So this can be, if you suspect it may be romantic by nature, if that aligns with this connection. But nothing has been acted on yet is what I'm seeing, because Page of Wands is like when you're sort of getting to grips with the situation, but you haven't took any steps in any particular direction. You're just assessing and you're just analysing. Wands is about heart's desires, attraction, passions. But it gives us quite a clear message, really, Priya, about where they're at. So if you are yeah, worried about if things have progressed, I don't see, like I say, that they've taken any, they haven't acted on this yet. But your intuition may be telling you, if you're concerned that there are feelings there, then I would say yes, that is what's happening. But they haven't acted on it yet. They're just analysing the situation and contemplating. So, oh hey Rhoda, the list is closed for today, but I will be back on Monday. If you would like a private reading, obviously that would be bookable via the link too. if anyone would like a private reading, I've got a variety of options. You can be sent a video private reading, or if you prefer one-to-one Zoom, that would be like a full hour of one-to-one in real time, and we can really take a deep dive on whatever your question is or your situation. But I will end today's live here. Thank you so much all for being here. You're welcome, Priya, very welcome. I wish you all a very good weekend. I will be back on Monday as usual. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Janavi, thank you so much for your lists. As always, I am going to try and figure out, have another bash at Nightbot to see if that can automate some lists, to see if that will make our lives easier. So I will crack it. But yes, hugs to you, Ivo, as well. Lots of love to everyone. But I will catch you on Monday. Take care. Blessings. Have a great weekend. Love and light. Bye, Jean. Have a great weekend.